Hey everybody, it's been a hot minute since I've done a video. So this video is actually in response to someone on my Facebook page or friends and everything like that I know just posted up rightfully bitching about what's happening with gas, basically gas prices, petrol, like basically however you fuel your vehicles. But then also, when you break that down, it also then changes over to heating your homes. So, someone in America was bitching about it. And again, they do have the right. We all have the right to bitch about something. But also, we should also be remember that we are one entity in a world. So, sometimes our bitching isn't really as bad as other places. So I just got back from England and I was out there for a few weeks. And so I actually I got to see the prices and the comparison to the United States versus England in regards to how we supply our vehicles. So most of the vehicles out there are either petrol or diesel. A good portion is diesel. So unlike America, we don't have as many diesel as we do petrol or just regular gasoline. And I mean, there's still a chunk. There's getting to be more between like the trucks, which out here you need a CDL license. Out there you need an HGV license. So they're the same thing. The big Mack trucks, things like that. The big trailers and things. Those take diesel. We all kind of know that. Big trucks take diesel here, but out there, like a lot of their smaller cars take diesel. So like the big thing that I noticed was when I was out there was they do by liters. We do by gallons. So basically, a lot of their vehicles, like my car is a 14.5. I think it's like 14. At least I filled up last night after being gone. And my tank had 29 miles till empty. I think it was like 14.7 gallons that it filled. A 14.5 gallon tank is roughly 55 liters. So in the States, we do it by gallon. And right now, it's really close depending on where you're at. Some places are more than $5 a gallon, some are still under. If you have reward programs, you might be able to get it for less. Like in all honesty, last night I got gas for 65 cents cheaper than it was supposed to be, and I paid $68 to fill my tank. And like, even if I didn't have that rewards, it was going to cost just under $10 more. So let's even just round it up to $78 is what it cost me to fill up my tank. Now, over in the UK, they go by pounds for the most part. I mean, the rest of it kind of goes through euros and things like that, which euros and the American dollar are pretty on point. We're almost just a couple cents different when you break it down. But at the same time, 1 pound is about $1.25 to $1.30, depending on the day of the market and everything like that, and when you break it down. So the other day, I filled up my friend's tank and on his car, and it should call for 55, but he didn't have it completely empty. So when it got filled up, and this is doing diesel, which was it was like one pound and 84 cents, give or take. I think that's what it was. So just shy under two pounds per liter. And there's about just shy of, like, just a little over three liters in a gallon, just shy of 4 that are in a gallon. So now let's do this. Technically my gas was like just shy, like it should have been just shy of $5 for a gallon. Divide that by, divide by 3. You're looking at like 120, 130 something, give or take. I'm doing hard math right now, my brain. Like 133, give or take, is what a liter, if you divide it by 3, it's like 133. Actually that's 3, 4. Okay, that's 4. So 166, 150, something like that. Let's even go 160, 163. That's per liter is what I'm paying per dollar. Or I'm paying 1 liter for a 163, give or take. Now, it was 184 per liter over there which when you break it down, it's actually over $2 per gallon. Now, when I use my credit card, because I paid with my credit card, what I like about Capital One is that I have no transaction fees or anything like that for using international, but it will tell me automatically, like, this is how much you actually spent in American dollars. So I filled up this, and it was about 80, give or take 84, 80 something, like 85, 88, anywhere from 84 to 80, 88 pounds is what it cost to fill up his tank. Now, when it went to my bill, it hit $101. I am not saying, like, I'm just doing the comparison. So you have these people in America that are bitching at what the gas prices are right now that they're dealing with. But let's look at another country, England, for example. They are paying more money per gallon because, like I said, 120. Okay, let me go to my Google or my Bing or whatever. It's Bing. It's usually Bing. Okay. Just go back. I know I'm doing this. I'm trying to multitask. Okay, I should have had this all, but you guys know me. I'm random. I literally wing half my conversation. So 163. Oh, my computer's being ready. Okay. 163 in pounds. Yep. 163 in pounds. It's 132. So we are paying 50 pence less. So let's do this. 50 pence. 62 cents more. They are paying 62 cents more per liter than we are. So if we were doing by liter over, like, comparison, I said 163. Hey phone. Hi. You behave. So 163, because I'm utilizing all my tools right now. 163 plus 62. I should do this. It's like 225 or something like that. Yeah, 2.25. $2.25 per liter. Now, let's just even make it like an even 3, give or take. That is $6.75 minimally, but they pay more. There's more liters. So basically, to do our equivalent of a gallon, they're paying more than $6.75 for. I'm in Massachusetts. My friend that made the post from New Hampshire, and she is talking about it getting to $5. How she'll be upset because she doesn't feel like she's making enough money, because basically, like, how she, let me rephrase that. Not that she's not making enough money, that she's not making enough money to survive anymore. And that is a valid point. So a lot of us feel like that. We're like, we have these expenses. We have to pay for gas. We have to pay for food. We have to pay for electricity. We have to pay for the gas in the house, out of the house. Some people pay oil. Like, but all of it breaks down to then how much are we making? But then the prices are going up. But the thing is, though, what I'm really, really realizing from my trip or perspective is, we don't have it that bad yet. Keyword yet. Again, there's families over there that are literally working their butt off, and they're not making as much as we are for it. But at the same time, like, people are like, oh, because they have this, and this. Doesn't matter. We're all working to survive. Like, we're all getting hit by this. It's not one person more than the other. It's not like, oh, the world is only after these particular people. It's after everybody. So that's where we have to keep it in perspective. Like, they are not, like, it's not like, let's just gear to one people. It's this, the whole world is getting fucked over right now. So the video is based on how perspective. Do you really have it as bad as you think you do? Could it be worse? Hell yeah. Are you grateful for what you have? Even if it's only a couple little things. I know right now I'm paying my trip off right now. Like, the stuff I actually paid, like, I bought while there. Like, I was waiting to just kind of see how much my trip cost and everything. And I'm grateful that I had savings to do that. If I didn't want to, I could acquire interest and pay, like, just keep paying. But I'm, like, trying to pay my credit cards off for the credit cards I used. Like, perspective. Life is literally a gamble. The minute you're born, you're literally, like, you're not guaranteed, even if you're privileged and you are given a silver spoon in your mouth, you are not guaranteed that your life is not going to have a shit run. Like, basically, you can end up an addict, you can end up an alcoholic, you can end up a homeless person, you can end up with a Yale degree, you can end up in jail. Like, you could end up in Yale, like, you could have gone to Yale and end up in jail. It doesn't matter. But here's the big thing, is that we're all going to die. Let's try to ride this ride out as best as we can. And, you know what? We're all in the same fight. Like, this other woman decided to chime in and was like, my family comes first. That's great for you. Like, how am I going to pay for my heating? Well, guess what? At least in America, I do know this one. Like, first off, your heating in the winter, if it's gas and you legit go through, like, say, National Grid or, like, whatever, like, cause again, this area, I'm in New England, Massachusetts. They kind of take this area. It could be somewhere else, Columbia Gas or whatever. But, sorry for the odds. But the big thing is that in the winter time, they are not legal to shut you off. In the winter, they can't. Your bill, you cannot pay it, and they cannot legally shut you off. Now, when it comes to April, they can. They can shut off your gas and everything like that. They have the right to do that. But from pretty much October, I'm going to say it's November. Yeah, it's October to end of March, they legally cannot shut your gas off at all. So, if you're worried about paying the bill, don't pay it. If you're worried about your credit score, figure out which one's a little bit more important to you. Keeping your place warm or your credit score for fucking 6 months. I'm going to go with keeping my place warm. Then also, here's the other thing is, there are federal grants out there. Like, the federal government actually imposes these grants to help you if you are deemed, like, available. Like, or available is the wrong word. They deem you if you qualify in this bracket. Some of people out there do not. They literally make too much money. They make too much money, they play too much, they have too many toys, all these things, which are great. They earned them. Totally okay. Problem though is, toys cost money. Everything costs money to upkeep. So choose your situations wisely. Which one are you going to bitch about? Like, it's all in perspective. Like, are you bitching because you don't have something, but then again, you have like 800 toys playing in your backyard? Or because you do have a lifestyle, you could do that at one time. But unfortunately, some people, they literally are living paycheck to paycheck and barely have a roof over their head, and they are still working their ass off, and they are deemed able to have assistance, like heating assistance or other things. And I'm not saying everybody that are on these programs are doing things legit, because let's see, we all probably come across someone in the grocery store that we feel is on food stamps, and they're like, how the do they have so much money? Who really knows? Unless you really go talk to them, you're making assumptions. You really don't, because I can tell you as a cashier, I came across families that, like, I even questioned, and then I was talking to them, just conversations, and, like, found out that, like, this woman in front of me who looked perfectly fine was going through health issues that you couldn't see, that were very, like, once you know which they are very, very, like, problematic, and she couldn't work. Like, so it's not like just because you have a single woman or a single man, they're not broken, or you have a family of 10. Like, I know a family of 10 who are not on the system at all. I know a family of 2 that are on the system. Like, we all pretty much do, to be honest. If you really ask your friends, or you really get down and dirty to know the details, you probably know someone. And you probably have judged the idea of people being on help because you thought you were better than them. So guess what? If that's one of you, good for you. You're not the type of person I really want to be around, because we all at some point in our life can use some type of help. Like, I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. In any way. But I do know I'm broken, and I do occasionally need help. I'm a very strong-minded woman, a very strong-willed person, who really rather not humble myself and ask for help. But over the last 11 years, I've learned that usually when I ask for help, I really don't need the help. What I just need is a tool to show how to do something. I can still do it on my own, but I just need the guidance and the availability and the literally the teacher to show me. Sometimes I really do need the help because I can't do it by myself. But that's the really cool thing. The minute you humble yourself to ask for help, regardless of what it is, you're not such an entitled person anymore. And I'm the queen of entitled at this point, is what I've realized. Like, I'm an ungrateful little son of a bitch at times. But then again, we all really are. We really are, no matter what level you're from. So just remember, you're not the only person going through something if you are whatever level. But you could always have it worse. You always could. Even if you're struggling so much that you are literally watching this on someone else's phone because you don't have a phone and you don't have a place to stay, you could be dead. Like, that's the worst thing that it could be. If you're watching this, you are not dead. That is the worst case scenario you could be. We all are lucky to be sitting here or standing or wherever you are at the current moment. So it's a grain of salt, perspective. Like, life is not easy. Right now we're going through shit, but we all are. No one's exempt really from this. At least no one in the real working class. So that's it. You guys know the drill. If you like what I'm saying, or even if you don't, you just want to see the stupidity that comes off out of my mouth half the time and on my videos, please subscribe. And I do think the 27 or 28 that I have of you guys, I really do appreciate you guys just even taking that subscribe button, like hitting it once and occasionally checking out a video and seeing what shit show Hot Mess has decided to show for the day. There's going to be the like button down somewhere. I don't forget where I kind of put it. There's going to be probably over here will be some other videos. One probably that are just kind of geared towards this, and then maybe just my generalized. But I've had over 200 videos, so there's a shit ton of Miss Hot Mess floating on YouTube right now. So please enjoy. And again, I only have 27 subscribers, so it's not like, or 28. It's not like I'm doing this to literally make money right now. That would be really nice. A little side hustle. It's actually more of a peace of mind, just to kind of like, for me, kind of a little therapy. But it's also to let other people know that you're not alone. Especially with some of the topics I talk about. So again, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Are you someone that you feel like this video taught you anything, or show you learned something, or you could identify with something, or do you think I'm just an asshole for what thoughts I had today? So with that, I hope you all have a great day. Bye guys.